Hey everyone, it's John for coming to you from the Kaiser Report today. Welcome back. And we've got a quick broadcast this morning to talk to you about a couple of things, such as the cleanup efforts in across the nation's universities have been underway in the last couple of days. And there's been some disturbing news found out of the New York Police Department in their cleanup efforts, and they've come out with some really disturbing posters that were put in there saying "Death to America," and if you can, squat somewhere, squat and refuse to leave. All that nonsense going out and coming out of the mouths of these agitators that put these things up there and talked our weak-minded college students into joining their efforts into putting together these sit-ins, very reminiscent of the Black Lives Matter and Antifa happenings in 2020. If you remember back to that, I know that Americans tend to have a short memory when
You hearing this?
it comes to things of this nature, and we need to start to remember that these agitators that are causing the chaos will use any turn of events that they can, and now they've turned into the universities because we have weak administrations in most of these universities that are afraid of upsetting anything that isn't politically correct. So they are very reticent to put a stop to any of these things that are going on their campuses and allowing that to happen, and allowing non-student agitators to come in and recruit these people. It's ridiculous on how this happens, and it's also more ridiculous that it took a week and a half for the President of the United States to condemn some of this stuff, and he did it very gingerly so he doesn't upset anybody that may cast a vote for him in November on a political correct platform that he runs on. There's a lot of nonsense going on in this country, and a lot of things that you need to protect you and your family from becoming victims of, such as these things that are happening in Walmart that I heard about yesterday, where employees and people that work in cleaning crews, whatever, come in and on these point of service things where you enter your credit card to make your purchases, they have an overlay on it now that you cannot discern. And when you put your information in, you buy your product, but they also get every bit of information from your credit card, and then they manufacture a credit card and go out and use it. I urge you all to talk to your bank that issued that card, because most of the banks, like my bank, will send me, if my card is used or that card number is used, I get an immediate text telling me you made this purchase here in 10 minutes ago. Is this you? And you say yes or no, or you ignore it if it is you, and then you're notified. So please talk to your banking situation or card issuers and see if they have that program available to you, especially if you're doing online banking. Because once they get into that and get the information and get your PIN code, you're finished. They can wipe out your bank account. So be ever vigilant anymore about where you're using a credit card. And for God's sake, if you're using a debit card where you have to punch in your PIN code, be very, very concerned about that and make sure you're protected. Through your banking institution or card issuer, they have things to stop that. But it's been a hell of a week watching this university stuff get cleaned up, and Biden expands health insurance across DACA immigrants as of yesterday as well. So we're going to give them now, free health care along with the debit card that they're issued and the cell phones that they're issued, which is a scary situation in itself, because if you have terrorist types that are in this country or mentally ill people that have entered through the southern border, there is always a possibility that these cell phones can be used to contact for a flash protest or whatever to gather these people into whatever, a university or a city or some kind of a sit-in that they're doing. So, we keep helping the immigrants, but we see our veterans in the streets in tents. We see our citizens suffering, but we'll bend over backwards for these people that have illegally entered this country, these criminals that have been emptied from jails, insane asylums, and mental institutions in other countries, and they got rid of their problems and gave them to us. Not to mention the million Chinese military-aged men that have entered in this country and given cell phones and transportation to wherever they needed to be strategically, because they made the decision what city they'd like to be in. This after their balloon mapped the entire country so they know where every military base is, and every missile silo that we have now has been documented by the balloon that Joe Biden let traverse the entire country. So, that said, this afternoon, it is Friday, and we are going to get out to visit Lazy J Farms today in Kingsport, Tennessee. And that is a butcher shop who raises their own stock. And I can't wait to talk to the owner, Butch, out there today and bring you the film of what they have to offer. That's my butcher, and I got to tell you, their meat is a cut above anything you've ever tasted in any steakhouse anywhere, period. But you'll see it today. If we can get it published this evening, we'll do that, but I'm looking to put that on air tomorrow, and we'll do that as soon as the footage is edited and able to put up. So with that, I'm going to tell you that we have a short talk today because I have to get out. Kaiser and I are going to head to Kingsport, Tennessee real soon here, and we're looking forward to a happy weekend. Stay ever vigilant. If you're out shopping, be careful getting to your car. Put your groceries in, get in. If there's a note on the windshield, drive away and take it off later. Don't get back out of the car. They're hijacking cars and your groceries now. So be careful and make sure that you have cash on hand to cover at least 3 months of your income. With that said, the music is playing, so John's going to get out of here, and John and Kaiser are going to head to Kingsport, Tennessee, to Lazy J Farms Butcher Shop and Farm. So have a happy weekend. Bye-bye now.